everybody.
Hello.
And welcome to Indie Film Cafe's 1000th video.
Yay.
I'm your host, Jonathan Moody. I'm here with
Paul A. Presenza, otherwise known as the Moo Cow. Moo.
And this is a very special day for us because we never thought we'd make 1,000 videos, did we?
No.
No, we definitely did not think that this would be even a thing.
1,000 podcasts maybe, but 1,000 videos, that's a lot.
It's funny because I was thinking about it, how could we have gotten that far? And a lot of it was the 31 days of indie horror helped push that up there a little bit too. But, out of 8 years of doing this or so, right? I mean, I think we started back in 2017, I want to say.
In the Memiverse.
No. That was another video. I looked that up. That was actually Indie Guy video. That was the first time we did Indie Film Cafe.
Yeah.
But I think one of the first videos was with you, me, and Jen, who we were trying to get for this one, but she had to run off and do stuff today. But we did get to see her before this, so she's...
The stinky movie might have had something to do with
it. She might have been running away. I don't know. But it was cool. We had... I don't know. We started with where we would just talk about movies. I don't think we had a plan of what we were going to do with the video stuff because we were really planning to be a podcast.
Right.
So we were just doing the video stuff as a sort of side thing.
I think for a while we thought about doing videos and then just taking the audio as podcasts, but that was too much work.
That was your idea.
Yeah.
I didn't like that idea.
Too much work.
Yeah. It was too much work, and it would still work. A lot of people do that and stuff, so it's not that's not nothing. But no, it's just not my cup of tea. I wanted, if it was going to be something, it'd be something new, and it was. I think the first real video of our thing was What the F Fridays, because it was the ones that you didn't want to show Jen, so you said, let's do this as a video, and I said, really? Okay, that would be cool. And then we did it as a video for Lust for Dracula was the first one. And then after that, we did Criterion Watch, then Film Freaks, and
it's pretty low tech as far as our videos go. I mean, we just set up a thing and just talk. It's not like we have a lot of editing or cuts or special effects or anything like that. Simple.
Are as easy going as possible. Basic, yeah, we're basic bitches. Mm-hmm. But that's the point, I think. I was talking about that today, and it was thinking about that because, all we do is we just point and shoot, and then we don't edit. We don't do it where all of a sudden you'll see him, and then you'll see close up of me, you see in all these ones, because we don't have the money for that shit, and stuff. We don't have time for that shit.
It really adds that much anyway.
Yeah, I guess it does because you cut and you kind of whatever. But I don't know. I like how we do it. It's simple. It's the way I see it.
You don't have the time because you have to edit it.
I know. The way I see it, it's like a live recording that we just recorded.
Like a live stream.
Yeah, 'cause it's what you see is what you get here, and that's always kind of what we valued here. We value a lot of stuff, integrity. Everything we talk about, we truly back up and we believe. If we don't like a movie, we are honest about it. If we do love a movie, we're honest about it. If we think a movie is meh, we're honest about it. We don't tell people, we don't suck up to people because they give us stuff, or something, because that shouldn't be what they want. Filmmakers should want us to be brutally honest. And I think some people say that and then they don't. They want us to suck up to them and say that they're the most awesome creations in the world.
Barking up the wrong tree there.
We're not like that.
We're a little bit more improv too. We don't take a movie and then watch it multiple times and then take a week and write a bunch of jokes based around that. We don't really do that. We
don't have time for that.
No, we watch a movie and then 5 minutes later we're talking about it.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the first time we've ever seen the movie, so you're getting a fresh perspective from at least one of us, and stuff. And the movie we just watched here for the finale, Jen came out for that. It was wonderful. Jen and I had never seen it.
Yeah.
Paul had seen it probably a billion times. And so we were there watching the movie for the first time, and then we come back and we say what we truly think. If a movie is horrible, we say it. If the movie's not that bad, or whatever, we say it. So
spoiler, it was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. It was still got a lower score than I expected.
Not as bad as some, but yeah.
Got a lower score than I expected, but
a lot of punishment involved with it.
It was pretty bad. But that's the thing. That's kind of why we started this whole thing anyway. Indie Film Cafe is to show off movies that B movies that we loved.
Yeah, it's like I said earlier. I was so tired of hearing people say, "Oh God, Plan 9 from Outer Space, that's the worst movie." No.
Yeah, and as I said, hold my beer. Like Paul will say that.
Entry level.
Paul knows bad movies.
Two things I know in this world: archaeology and bad movies. Don't ask me how. That's where my brain is.
It almost feels like its own show in itself. The archaeologist who goes and finds bad movies.
I dig them up, baby.
He digs them up. He digs them. Yeah, it was. It's one of those things. It's. It is what it is. We created this thing as sort of a fun little. I mean, the first one, Indie Film Cafe, is just our project, our main baby. But
the flagship.
All the rest of everything is just our side projects we love to do. And then we created a little bit more. We kind of created a monster because COVID hit, and then we kept coming up with ideas for shows and different things, docs that rock.
We still come up with ideas for shows. We just can't do them because we don't have time.
We just don't have time, and we're trying so hard to get
we could get a couple other folks on permanently. We could do more stuff. Yeah. But I don't know. There's a whole lot of other people that want to dedicate all their free time to bad films.
No.
Or even good films. Special people. Got to have special people for that.
And then we do some stuff through Zoom because we just don't have time every Sunday. You know what I mean? We can't do meetup.
Well, and then it broadens our horizons because then we can talk to folks out in California or Chicago or wherever.
Yep. And that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have more connections with people in the industry and in the B-movie industry, and that's fun to bring their perspectives in because they make these kinds of films or are involved in them.
Yeah.
So
some of them are happy to do it. Some of them tell me no.
Yeah.
They tell me they can't. They're not going to judge other people's works, and I respect that. If you can't do it, you don't want to do it. You don't want to say something's bad or whatnot. Because,
even if it is.
Because you might want to work with that person or something, I'm totally okay with that.
Usually when it's someone like that, I'll try and find an old movie where everybody involved is pretty much dead.
You can't really upset them,
right?
Necessarily.
Shaking
beyond the grave.
Shaking their fists from the inside the grave.
They're banging their head against the grave. Hey, let me out so I can go tell that person off. I mean... Look, there's some people, you see things online. Some people say nasty things about other people and their movies and stuff. We're not like that. That's not what we're about. We're not here to throw shade at other people.
That's actually a fun idea, though. I mean, we could do a show where we're pretending to be dead filmmakers. You could be Ed Wood, and I'll be Ray Dennis Steckler, and dress like them and everything. It'd be fun.
It sounds like a Halloween thing.
Yeah.
But no, but like I'm saying, we don't throw shade at indie filmmakers. We don't try to do that stuff. We just try to make fun content for you guys. Shark Attack Sunday, Quick Review Thursday, a lot of days.
And even stuff that we say are pretty stinky, we are still giving them a spotlight and letting people know that these movies exist. And you can go out and watch them and make your own opinion about them. Because, the worst thing that can happen to a film is for people to forget that it exists, and it just goes away.
Yeah, that's why you created Forgotten Horror Classics, so you can remind people about certain movies and stuff. But the videos, the ones that we created on video, we were just extremely happy about that. We were, when we started, like I said, we started with What the Fuck Friday, and then we decided to go with Criterion Watch, then Film Freaks. Because Criterion Watch had great movies, but then there were a lot of movies that weren't on Criterion that we wanted to do. Yet. You know, some of them, they later on came on Criterion.
Like Mate One.
Yeah, but which, I mean, I'm pretty sure they had the idea, but like, it's really interesting that it came out like right after we released our...
Someone out there is watching us.
Yeah, we think so, maybe. And then when we got into COVID and everything, and all these other shows came out, I don't know which one was the next one. I think we had a whole bunch of different things.
We had Shark Attack Sundays, and we did Little Stinkers for a while.
Yeah, we did Little Stinkers for... Well, we didn't. G. Larry Butler and his daughter did. Poor people. And then I had to create a whole podcast for G. Larry Butler. You know. And then... what else? Quick Review Thursday happened because...
Short Film Sunday.
Quick Review Thursday happened because it was COVID and we had nothing else to do. And we couldn't really get a lot of... Like, we still did our show. We still did Any Film Cafe. But we couldn't do... I mean, we did... No, we did do Film Freaks, a couple, you know, things. And then Zoom came around and we were able to do all the stuff through Zoom.
There's certain movies that just didn't really fit into some of these other shows.
But then we did Quick Review Thursday. Short Film Saturday started in COVID times because we did our first one at the hotel because we came up with the idea in Las Vegas.
We did.
We came up with that idea because we were watching somebody's movie. I brought my Blu-ray out. We hooked it up to the TV, and we were watching. God, what's that guy's name? Oh my God, you were friends with them. That Cody Evans is. No, was it Cody's? It wasn't that one. It was one of those movies. It was a short film that was part of like an anthology. So
right.
We just watched one of them, and we're like, we should review this movie. So we reviewed it at the hotel, and then that started a whole new show. We were like, oh, we could do Short Film Saturday and everything. So because nobody at that time that we knew was reviewing short films, you know. I don't even know if anybody still is reviewing short films. Unless it's just like one-off reviews.
Right.
You know?
And we also did Blue Cheese.
Paul created Blue Cheese as a thing right before I came back to Virginia from LA.
Still got to do another season of that.
Oh, yeah. I actually have a lot to talk to Paul about that Paul does not know about. I was going to save it for after this, which is actually going to be a good thing. It's going to be a structuring for how we handle this going on to the next season next year, because I am not liking the way it is, because it's just been, and a lot of it has to do with me, and so we've got to come to like things, but like it's just time, you know, who has time to go.
And I know you wanted to get them all the shows at the same season and the same number of episodes and all that, because he's OCD.
So here's the thing: when we first started this stuff, there was no like numbering of seasons because it just started, right? So it was just like, you know, it went to like, maybe we got like, I think maybe it was Film Freaks got like 4,
just making stuff.
Yeah, it had like 4, and then Criterion Watch had like 6 for the first season, and then What the Fuck Friday, because that was the first one, had like 8, you know, episodes in the first season. So there was like 4, 6, 8, you know, and stuff like that. And so we would just do it when we had time, you know, like
or when we felt like it.
Or felt like it. But you know, but we still had an order. Like Paul would do one and I would do one, you know, kind of thing like that. And then we started to kind of do more and more, and I started kind of making them seasons so that we didn't get like, you know, so we got kind of a structure going.
So the network executives could look at us and say, hey, these guys are doing full seasons of stuff, content.
Maybe, but also to look at it and go, well, you know, now we have things kind of figured out where we're going to go and how we're going to do it, you know, so it's not like, oh, because we've done this for Patreon only, where we've accidentally done the same person twice, you know, we did that before in the beginning, so I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to make sure everybody gets
it's a lot
fair.
of stuff. We have a lot of content.
We want to make sure everybody gets the fair thing, right? Like,
So I understand you wanting to organize it because there's a lot.
But I kind of miss, not gonna lie, the whole idea of like, hey, let's do a Criterion watch today.
Oh,
but
I know.
I miss that, but then my OCD doesn't. So it's one of those things where I like the structure, but I also kind of miss being able to be whimsy if I wanted to be. Because remember, we had that one day I had a really bad day and I had to leave, and we couldn't watch that one movie, the one What the Fuck Friday movie and stuff. You were showing me because I was like midway through, I was like, I gotta go home. I was like not feeling good and stuff. So we talked about that, and I left, and like that just was a thing. It just never, right? Like, it was just, okay, let's get this done today because we haven't done a What the Fuck Friday, and I kind of miss that. But then once again, my OCD is like, we've been doing everything in orders now, and I hate going back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, I just looks bad if all of a sudden we're like, let's just not.
Looks bad to you. Doesn't look bad necessarily to anybody else.
How do you know? Like, how do you know that somebody doesn't look at it and go, what the heck? It confuses me a little bit, unless there's like some kind of pattern.
Maybe, but I don't think it's going to turn them off from watching us.
I don't think they pay attention to that, but no, but I don't think so. But you never know. You never know. There might be people checking the playlists and stuff like that.
The good thing is that I've got enough, and you've got enough movies that whatever we decided to do, we can pretty much reach into our bag and pull out a movie.
Right.
So that's the good thing. It's not like we have to hunt around to find a What the Fuck Friday. I got plenty of them.
Yeah, it was funny because I pointed out to Paul yesterday, because I was going through. I like to be organized, which is funny because if you look at my room, it's a mess. You look at my car, it's a mess. But you look at, this, and it's not a mess, generally, right? But there was a mess up. There was a mess up with what is it? It was with Docs at Rock. Yeah. And Docs at Rock, we had thought that we had gotten only 7 because I put them in the playlist and everything, and I looked it up, and apparently we were missing one that we didn't.
Can't have an odd number.
Well, no, I mean we didn't have an odd number. We had 8, so but we had an odd number 7, so we're planning to do one extra. And then I told you yesterday it's only 8, and you're like, let's just keep it at 8 and stuff. And that's a full season,
All our full seasons are different, but that's all right.
Well, we don't. Yeah, all the full seasons are different sometimes. Some are 8, some are 10, some are 12. So it's like Quick Review Thursday. We got up to like 22.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and I was just like, Jesus Christ.
We had a bunch of the short films too.
I went and I started to organize all the Quick Review Thursdays. Did not realize how many I was, and it took me like an hour or two, to do and organize it, write it down, write how many, what day, all this stuff, because I want to keep that organized if we need to look something up or whatever, and I also want to make sure the guests are announced.
You'd think YouTube would say something to us. I mean, 1,000 episodes is a lot of stuff to put up on YouTube.
Yeah. No, they don't care.
I guess not.
They don't care unless we're generating a lot of views, which, I mean, some views, some shows get a lot more than others, or whatever. It just depends. But I also like the fact that we do have a melting pot of different ones. Like, we don't have just, it's just not just one thing. We've got the different types of movies that we review.
There's plenty more we could do. We just don't have the time. And if we had a few other folks helping us out, it would be different, I think.
No, I actually wouldn't like that because then I'm not involved. I want to be.
You could still be involved if we just had other folks helping. Is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Involved as you want.
Joe comes out and helps a lot. Jolene comes out and helps a lot.
I mean, if we had, like, I've always wanted to do a film noir one. That would be great. Be fun to do a Western one, even though you don't love Westerns. There's a lot of good Westerns.
Fan of Westerns. I do like film noir, though. Just watched Double Indemnity for the first time recently.
Great film.
Yep. And what was the other one? I watched a bunch of them. I'm into film noir now. I gotta watch more and more, because they're good style. They're it's not my favorite, I probably prefer like screwball comedies, now. That's one of my favorites. But anyway,
30s screwball comedies, 20s and 30s. That would be a great show.
Or 40s actually.
40s.
Yeah. 40s is my favorite. Yeah, that's some good stuff. But anyway, it doesn't really. The point is that we as a group do have a lot of ones that we already have, but yeah, one day maybe because I think I see us doing this for at least another 10 years, if not longer. If we can get up to season 20, I think that's a great stopping point. That's only in 12 years from now.
If I'm still alive.
I'm pretty sure you'll be alive in 12 years. Will you be all there? We don't know, but we'll see. But I like to think in the future, and because I like to think like we're gonna go.
Jen keeps feeding me snacks. I should be okay.
Keeps feeding you little banana bread and stuff.
Cookies.
Bread with chocolate in it.
Chocolate chips, baby.
Yeah. So it was good. And she's a good I would have loved her. It would have been nice to have her here because she would have probably kept us on track here. But we actually I think she's been more relaxed now that she doesn't have to do anything. She's just like, I know these guys, they're gonna go off on little tangents.
And she doesn't have to do any of the cleanup or any of the editing.
Editing, yeah. And we really don't do much editing, even with you do a little bit more than I do, but I don't do that. That's just not my thing. I'm not an editor, and nor do I really care. If it sounds good, that's great. If sadly it doesn't sound good,
I like to clean some stuff up, and I like to get rid of my tendency to, either make weird noises or just go, or whatever, or something.
I do that anyway. But
I do a lot of and-dums. I have to get rid of that.
Anyway. Well, when we first started this thing back in 2017 or so, when we did Where's Skeeto for Indie Guy, I don't think we thought anything of this. I think we thought this would be fun to do, is just review indie movies. Then you brought Jen on, and it became a real thing, and then it...
Jen was the glue that kept us together that first season.
Which actually really helped launch into the next seasons and everything. Every season after that was based on how well the first season went, because it could have gone badly. Remember, there was somebody who didn't want me to even work with you or do do this stuff with you. It's like hated Indie Film Cafe. If I had just said, you know what, you're right, let me get rid of Indie Film Cafe and Paul, that would have been terrible. I'm a pretty loyal dude. Like, if you're my friend, you're going to be my friend until you really fuck me over. Then you're not my friend anymore. But Paul, I would never do that because, Paul's been there for me since the first, time that we met, and stuff. And we met watching a really indie movie. I don't want to say anything else, but it's an indie movie. And we watched it and had a fun time.
In the theater.
In the theater. It's nice.
Special guests.
I don't think we were special guests, but all right, we can call ourselves that. But yeah, we had a fun time, and we met, and then we said, all right, thank you, April. Thank you, April. Indie Film Cafe probably would not exist without you. I don't know. Did you come up with the title, or did I?
I think it was me.
Because I think we're trying to figure out indie film something.
Because I remember at the time you were like, why is it a cafe though?
Yeah.
Because originally I wanted to have us drinking coffee or tea.
Yeah, you wanted to go to Rocco's or something and shoot in there every episode. Thank God that did not happen. That would not be allowed.
Especially these days.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, because Rocco's burned down for a little bit, but it'll be back up and running soon. So.
But I always wanted to combine food with film because I always have snacks when I watch movies, so it makes sense. But
that's where blue cheese came from.
Yeah, the idea of having coffee or tea and a donut.
I can't drink coffee and watch a movie. It just upsets my stomach. I love coffee, trust me. I drink coffee all the time, but it does upset my stomach. So I try to drink it sparingly. So we do have a Keurig here, so
Yep.
at the studio,
and plenty of tea.
and this is our new studio. This is our place. This is going to be, I hope, our new studio for a while.
Where the magic happens.
I don't want to move again.
I definitely don't want to move again.
Let's try to keep this here as for as long as we can, because that was a bitch to move.
And we just got a fridge.
We just literally got the fridge, like what?
It's in pieces, but we'll figure out how to put it together.
I guess maybe it's like a puzzle.
And then we'll get the kitchen worked out, and then we'll get the conference area worked out, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
We got plans. We got. There's other stuff we want to do, especially with some of the local filmmakers and people. We want to be able to have networking and get other creators together, maybe once a month, and be able to share information and help each other out. And this is a really good place to do that sort of thing.
Yeah, and so you'll see more videos here at this place now, and I love it. I can't wait to keep dropping more videos, and stuff. So this is number 1,000. So there'll be another one. I think the next one is Criterion Watch, which will be 1,001. So after that, we're starting, baby. Let's go to 2,000. And break that next. It may take us another 8 years. The
rate we're going, it might be sooner than that.
I don't know. We'll see. I was counting it, and if you think about it, if you did one a day, it would be 365.
But I mean, if we get Gary down here and he starts making content.
Yeah, and then he can. But that was another thing. We got was it John Ward to do movies at midnight or whatever. God, I can't think of the name right now, but it's Reviews After Midnight. And
if you guys out there have an interesting idea for a podcast or for a
but it's got to be about film. It can't be
film.
About anything else.
Let us know.
I think we're gonna have if we do that video with the food. I think we're gonna put that on your channel or something, because it the brand is film here and everything. I want to keep it like that. But I did love doing that stuff, so I would love to keep doing food tasting stuff and everything. And put it on the Moo Cow channel. Get your channel up. Go. So I'll actually put a link to Paul's channel here, because Paul's got a cool channel that y'all should check out. And man, and we got other channels too. Other channels got started because of this, like Blu-ray Hunter and Horror Film Lovers.
And don't forget Matt, he's making content too. In fact, he just showed me the final version that he put together, the little thing that he shot here. So got the little critter back there, as a matter of fact. So
alrighty.
We're not going to spoil it, but
there's a little critter back there.
If he wants to keep making content and looking for a place to put it out, I don't see why not.
Sweet. There you go. So if you got an idea for a horror review, like a movie review thing or something, or something like that.
I'd love to get Joe Lynn more involved too.
Remember you did that one video at the. I think wasn't that the hospital or something? Like you and Jen did some kind of video. That you did. It's called The Lair or something that you did.
Oh yeah. It wasn't at the hospital.
I thought it was at the hospital. Where was it?
No, that was at the old environmental building here on Post.
So you did, okay, cool. Well, there you go. But that was kind of fun little something that you put on there.
I do want to do more short films.
And we're going to do we might do another tour video today if we have time to show you kind of what's going on or whatever. Want
to wait till we get the kitchen situated.
Never mind. Not today. I mean? Not today.
Not today. It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming soon. Just expect it in maybe next month, the next month after.
Especially if we can get something to cover up that stain. Get it looking real nice.
Oh, yeah. You don't like Freddy Krueger on the stain?
I mean, I guess, but yeah.
Covering.
We can make it look a little nicer, a little more cleaned up.
Yeah, we'll fix it up. So if we can do all that stuff, that'd be great. But until then, everybody, we really appreciate all you guys who've been watching our videos and everything and checking everything out. And I mean, just 1,000 videos. That means that, we haven't stopped for that many.
And please, if you've got friends who love movies, horror movies, bad movies, whatever kind of movies, send them our way. Show them our site and spread the word around. We could use the help.
Any help that we can get, we'll take.
Be a patron. Patron is a big, huge. You get to see stuff that or hear stuff that nobody else does.
Yeah, because we do actual real reviews sometimes, like movies that probably should have gone on Indie Film Cafe. Go there because there's so many movies we want to do, and so we have to put them somewhere. And so some of the ones we do there.
And it's nice. We sometimes will get a special guest to accompany us on the Patreon ones, so that's fun.
Most times it's just me and Paul just goofing off. Sometimes it's ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, and that's the other one. That was a fun one too, to have ChatGPT come and join us and be our third guest and stuff. And she loved doing it. Actually, by then, before that, she was a he, and now I made her a she, because transitioned.
ChatGPT transitioned. Great. It's wonderful. We love her. But anyway, we thank you guys so much. We appreciate everything. Once again, we mentioned this on the last episode, but I do want to dedicate this whole season to Madeline Deering, who passed away. She was a really big part of our channel, doing a lot of stuff. Shark Attack Sunday.
And a good friend.
Yeah, and a good friend. 90s horror films. 80s horror films she jumped on. She did do like Hollywood Knockbusters with me and other stuff. So we really appreciated her, and I'm gonna miss her so much. I don't understand like how things like this happen. Life just happens and shit sucks. So, she's...
Enjoy those stinky movies while you can, because you never know, man.
Sadly, you don't. That's why when you were saying that, so I was like, don't say that. Don't say, if I'm still alive or whatever. I'm like, fuck that. You're gonna be alive, because we got shit to do. We gotta make sure this happens. But we really appreciate you guys. Check us out. We'll be still doing our stuff. Everything that we normally do is going, including our haul videos and things like that we started. I remember when we were doing the haul videos at the old studio. Just randomly, if we got movies, we would just show them off.
Yeah, that's back when I was doing... what was I doing? What was the title of the one that I was doing before we even started doing that? Can't even remember.
Oh, yeah, Trolling for
Stinkers. Yeah. And sort of a live going to some of these places. And
which, people do those things all the time, but they don't usually go for stinkers specifically.
Right. And the thing is that those fishing holes all kind of dried up as time's gone on and more stuff is into streaming.
Yeah, I don't know why he even stopped doing it. I liked it. He did it on his own, which I always like when people do content on their own, so I don't have to be there necessarily, but we can still put it out. That was the other thing I was looking at with Quick Review Thursday. A lot of Quick Review Thursdays we did by ourselves without and that was because they were just quick little videos and stuff. And we
still do this on occasion, especially some of the newer movies.
We didn't doing that recently. I don't like that because I feel like that. I guess that's the only place to put them, but I feel like
I'd love to do one for weapons.
You should do one for weapons because we need one more done. Do it.
Okay.
So there you go, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will chat with you soon. Bye.
Bye. Have you seen Weapons yet?
I have not.
Oh, that's very good.